this YouTube stuff is hard EF. I'm gonna get used to it. I'ma get used to it. I'ma get used to it. Used to it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those who don't know me, I am Thekuskus, and today we are going to be talking about New Year's resolutions. Our favorite thing to start the new year with, but our favorite thing to talk about, especially for the new year. Now, I've never been the type to fall through with all of my New Year's resolutions, but I realized that in 2018, when I made my goal list, that one of my, when I actually made my goal list, instead of just saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, and oh yeah, I'm gonna do that, I had to face it. So today I'm gonna be talking about how that really helped and affected me, what I would advise or suggest to you, and I hope y'all like it. Before I get into that though, I'm gonna need y'all to subscribe, like, comment, share, and follow all my social media. I think that's about it. Alright, so now that I'm done with that, let's get right in, shall we? Happy New Year. Happy New Month. Okay, so now since we're starting a whole new year, that means a lot of people want to start off on a clear slate. They want to leave the negative that went on in 2018 back in 2018, and they want to, continue on into the new, continue on a better path, on a positive note, basically in a standing where they're not, you don't want to hold all that negative stuff back in 2018, into 2019, of course. But that is just their excuse. It's the new year. So, new year, new me, Hank. That's not always the case. And it doesn't happen very quickly. And, we tell ourselves it's not going to happen very quickly, but we expect ourselves to move very quickly. We don't want to move expectingly, but we always do anyway. Ain't that crazy? But yeah. So for most of us, starting the new year probably starts, you start getting ready, after Christmas, after, you done stuffed yourself, exchanged gifts, you start, thinking about, what has gone on in your life. What have you done this whole year? This year went by too fast. What the heck? You start to see if you've done any wrongs. What have you done that was right? What are you gonna keep? What are you gonna leave? And then, some people, like I pick up a pen and paper and I start jotting down the things that I want to see happen in 2019. That is basically what I do. But, there's a long list, and you're not going to get through it in a whole month, and you're not going to start it in the first month neither. And that's something that, a lot of us have to be realistic about, especially me, because, I like to just add more and more and more things on myself, even if I can't take it, that's just the way I am. I like to stress myself out a little bit. It brings, jazz into my life. So, I set some goals for myself, and this is something I started in 2017 going into 2018. I think I even started it in 2018. Right after watch night, I came home, I wrote in my journal, like I typically did around that time. And around that time, I wrote down some goals that I knew I was anticipating happening, me graduating. I'm a bachelor's degree mommy. I, just got to do I can't jot down everything. I know the biggest thing for me was graduating, especially in the year that I expected to graduate. Nothing wrong with taking your time through school, but the way I was thinking, this is what I wanted, and that's what I went for. A lot. I got my license, like. These are just a couple of the goals I set for myself. They were long-term and short-term. I wasn't expecting to finish all of them, but I was expecting to finish most. So I got through my goals, and I got to see at the end of the year what I went down, and I got to see at the end of the year what I actually fulfilled and what I haven't. And it was shocking at how much I did fulfill. And it was very fulfilling, Let me just abuse the word fulfill. It was a very great feeling, and I'm so happy that I wrote it down. So this year I decided, in 2018 I decided to jot down my new goal list for 2018. Most of them I think you'll be able to see. Some of them will be behind the scenes, but best believe your girl, she's applying pressure. Yeah. So my first and biggest goal is to document. I don't know how much I have to stress this, but document. I feel like documenting my goals and documenting when I was supposed to do it, how I was supposed to do it, if I did it, if I didn't do it. Well, just documenting it and checking it off as I went on really showed me what I do on a daily basis, because I feel like I waste my time on a daily basis. I waste my day just laying around. Those are the things I actually remember, but I treat myself to laying around. I do all the stuff ahead of time, so when I actually treat myself to, laying around, it's not out of just being lazy. It's really out of just me relaxing. This is how I relax, by just laying around and watching videos and movies all day or all afternoon or whatever. So I feel like documenting is a great way to start off your New Year's resolution. It's a great way to, show your growth. I've definitely changed and a lot. I think in 2018, I can say, again, it shows that you're actually doing something. I am the type of person that, in college I had a planner and I planned everything to the T, because there's a lot that goes on during your day. You don't just go to school. You have other extracurricular activities. You have, your chores and your things to do at home. You have friends to hang out with. You have money to make. Like, there's so much that you have to do in a day and still go to school full time. Like, that was something that I decided to take on, especially at the fact that I went to school way further than I lived and I commuted. So I got myself on my back. And it motivates you to work towards your goal. My second thing would be that create monthly goals. So yes, you set your goals for the year. You can set many short-term, many long-term, things that are going to happen. You haven't dated them yet. That is fine. But within that month, you should have started some of them, right? So say if you're actually going to work out, be realistic. Look at your schedule. What works for you? Okay? Everything works for you. When these fitness people, do their stuff on Instagram, it was through trial and error. You're going to reach trial and error. I feel like creating goals within the month creates you'll be less. Wow. You'll be less overwhelmed. I feel like I like to overwhelm myself, so I started to separate all my goals for the month. My goals within a month. I should attain this by the end of the month. I should attain that by the end of the month. And sometimes I may not attain it all the way, but I get at least close enough. And so I at least feel like I fulfilled something. I did something. It's all about feeling like you did something and actually doing something and actually seeing. You're actually not seeing that you did it instead of trying to remember, especially if you have a lot going on. And it also eliminates, I feel like when you do make the monthly goals, it also eliminates the thought that you have all the time in the world to fulfill these things that you want to fulfill. You don't, sweetheart. You don't. You don't have the time to fulfill those goals. And so start today. Do it today. I am very impulsive. So sometimes I feel like, some of these things are taking too long to be done, get done. Like, I could do this right now. I don't have anything to do. I'm not doing anything, so why aren't I doing it? Like, that's just how I feel. So I just go ahead and do it. Sometimes I get way too ahead of myself. But, hey, listen, gotta do what you gotta do. Also, to not be hard on yourself and to just also create less stress. It's all about creating less stress and more action. So I feel like within the month you should create, weekly milestones. We do it in school. This is a strategy that you can do in your life. So, again, I'm gonna use working out because that's something that I seem to always fail at whenever I try it. But working out, like, by the end of this week, I want to be able to do 10 push-ups and 100 squats, and you could work towards that. You don't have to work out every day. You could work out twice a week, once a week, 3 times a week, and make those milestones easy. So if you're saying you want to be able to reach 100 squats in a month and you surpass that, it makes you feel better. Also, I feel like something that I do that makes me feel better is treating myself after every milestone, especially if I actually did it. Go on a little shopping spree, eat a little something that you're not supposed to eat, if you're trying to be health conscious. Go somewhere that you've been thinking about going for the longest. Do something that you love. Even if that means just sitting inside and just chilling. Just treat yourself. Don't be stingy. So yeah, life is not all about work. If that's one thing my parents taught me, one of the many things my parents taught me is that, you can work, but you also need to rest. You also need to have fun. You can't just be sitting there working all the time. If you're working all the time, what you working for? What are you working for? Tell me, what are you working for? You work to enjoy. So these weekly milestones within the month, really, you're just chunking everything for a bigger goal. Is basically what you're doing. And I feel like it just alleviates a lot, stress from yourself. You don't need stress, you don't. And last but not least, when you're working on these goals and when you're trying to attain them and when you're doing your monthly goals and your weekly milestones, don't ever, I feel like I need to stress this, but it's okay if you end up having a couple setbacks. It's okay. It's okay. You're still great. You're still awesome. And you can still do this. Don't let a week of you not working out or a week of you having a bad week stop you from the main goal, your main goal. The thing that you're actually working for, which is far, far away from here. I feel like, if you don't work out this week, make it up next week. If you don't make it up next week, you don't have to. Continue on to whatever was supposed to be scheduled for that week. And you'll notice that even if you did have a setback, I mean, this is growth. Like, you're documenting this. Next thing you know, you probably way ahead of the goal that you even set for yourself for the month, for the next month, basically the whole entire goal for that year. Don't look back. Keep moving forward. What's done has already been done. So the best you can do is really, just move forward and, do what you want to, like, work for these goals. I feel like my main objective for the new year, your New Year's resolution for the new year, is to work towards what you want. And don't be afraid, sad, or depressed if you can't fulfill them within the year. You've done enough, because the fact that you've even written it down, made monthly goals for it, made weekly milestones for it, and attained some of the stuff that you probably wouldn't have attained or even known you attained because you had documented, shows that you've grown more than you would have ever thought you were, because you weren't going to do it anyway. So, yeah, you're welcome. That is all I have for New Year's resolutions. I also, actually, hold up. I would love to see what you guys have in store for your new year, like your New Year's resolution. What resolution do you want to attain at the end of the year, and how are you going to attain it? How do you attain your goals? Maybe I'll learn something. Maybe I'll use some of these stuff. I also would love if y'all like to, if y'all could comment what you guys would like for me to do, what ideas that y'all have for me to, work on this channel. Also, just, show me love. I love y'all. And I want to show y'all love. So if y'all, want to show me love, support, you feel me? Leave a comment, share, like, subscribe, and follow my social medias, because you'll be updated on more. You'll be updated on more. And thanks for watching, guys. Bye.